tooth removal, moving cars, breakdowns, storage units, podcasting studios, moving house and moving clinics. It's been quite a busy time. Right, bit of a catch-up. It's a personal vlog. If these personal vlogs aren't your cup of tea, maybe you might want to jump over to the next one. But if you are staying, lovely and welcome. So, where to begin? First of all, I think, with an apology that I haven't done any filming for a few months. Is it 2 months? Is it 3 months? Honestly, don't know. I have had some lovely messages from a couple of people who I've already thanked personally, just checking in that I was okay. And that really, really was so nice. And what the heck, I'll mention. It was Antoine and Christine. To both of you, thanks for checking in. I really appreciated that. I know I've said it already, but I'm going to say it again. Thanks. So much has happened, as is the case in my life. Where to start? Right. So, when I started, I'll start my videos like this tonight. When I started the Daily Pilgrim all those years ago, I had this wonderful, wonderful feeling. And I really enjoyed going out and about and making the videos and doing the little podcast. Well, I say little. I had more people listening to the podcast than I did the videos back then. I really looked forward to every single day going out and videoing or editing or recording. And life sort of got in the way, really. I was always very conscious, as I have mentioned, that the clinic is the glue that holds everything together. Since I stopped doing funerals and other bits and pieces, the clinic is the staple that I can run from anywhere, and it gives me enough income to go and do the filming and the other things I want to do. Just recently, we've had two big things happened with the clinic. First of all is that we have been busier than we've ever been. We have had a lot of people come. And my time has sort of been prioritised in other areas, obviously looking after the people that we've agreed to look after. But also, we had some quite unwelcomed news 2.5 weeks ago. As many of you will know, we moved to a lovely new clinic base, or so we thought anyway, which we thought was going to be a long-term thing. Sadly, that's not going to be the case. We are having to move. I don't want to go into all the reasons. They don't really matter. It's all very sort of logistical and what have you, and people changing their mind on things and what have you. But we were genuinely surprised to be given quite a short period of time to move clinics. Now, the good news is I did find somewhere quite quickly, and the move is happening as we speak. But that was a heck of a lot of work I wasn't expecting. So a combination of those two things really have meant that rather than me doing, let's say 40 hours worth of work for the clinic, the reality is probably more actually, but rather than me doing 40 hours of work for the clinic, it's been more like 60 or 70, and I haven't had the time as I wanted to do to make videos. So I know people have asked, is that it? Are you having a bit of a rest as well? Are you taking a break like Rick is? The honest answer is I had to. It was forced on me, and it wasn't really by choice. So I am sort of hoping that I can get back in the swing of things now. Christmas is coming, Christmas and New Year, and there's a little dog here. There's a big dog. He's he's a mix of Pomeranian and we think German Spitz. We're not entirely certain. This is Dexter. For those of you who haven't met Dexter before. Now, Dexter, in his mind, is an Alsatian. A fearless Alsatian that can, Heart of Aslan sort of thing from Narnia. Yeah, I mean, look at that fierce face. Look. Let's do a growl. Yeah, okay, Dex. So he is currently guarding me. He's looking out the window, which is, I'll just sort of show you. It's the window's there. He's looking out the window just in case there's any leaves he needs to protect me from, or sort of little bobbles of fluff that are blowing in the wind or anything, or indeed a disrespectful pigeon, because as we know, we don't like pigeons because they take out windscreens. There we are. But as part of this whole clinic move thing, we also decided that we're going to look at moving house. Now, this is quite exciting. This will be happening in about 9 to 12 months, I think it's going to take us. That's our realistic timescale. We wanted to have more bedroom space so that, all the children have got lots more space. They can have guests and friends over and what have you. So we have started looking, and as part of that, we've rented a little storage unit. Now, I did do a little video the other day, which I'm going to publish, but I realised it didn't make much sense without some sort of hello, where have I been type of video. Ooh, jazz hands. So I thought I'd do this. I've already edited it, and then in a couple of days I'll post the storage unit video. But we've started to put stuff in already. Some of the low cost camera gear has gone in there. So not cameras or anything, but extra tripods and bags and wires and batteries and things that, it's not like the big expensive cameras. I wouldn't put those in a storage unit, but I've just put some of the low-level stuff in. We've started to clear some stuff from the house as well so that we can get it ready for selling. And something that I will show you, which I did at the same time, but I need to get Dexter down first. Dexy, down you go. That's so the opposite of get down. That's so the opposite. Thank you. Notice at my word, just a click of the fingers. There it is, look. So, there are bits and pieces. We're sorting, okay? So apologies. There are a few bits and pieces while we're sorting. But I cleared out in here. So the studio is about to be reborn, with the exception of some Lego and a foil. Andrew does sword fencing, so there's a foil in there. But I've got the studio. It's coming back. So whoops. They're lovely. They tinkle. So yes, I'm going to try and do some podcasting as well. Even if I don't do actual podcasting, it's nice to have the studio as a place to work because you can do sound voiceovers and things. So yeah, watch this space for that one. Other than that, Alex's life has been quite boring, with the exception of the runaround that I've had the last 24 hours. My long-needed wisdom tooth removal, that top one there, came out yesterday. And I actually feel really, really good today. I think it's something to do with living with a doctor. There's high-grade painkillers available. I jest, but no, I had the tooth removed yesterday morning, and of course, any of you that have ever had a dental extraction will know the whole side of your mouth goes numb. You have to be very, very careful not to bite your own lip because you genuinely can't feel it. So what I was trying to do all of yesterday until the anaesthetic wore off was to pull my lips away like that, close my teeth, and then drop the lips back in place. Well, the first time you do that, you think, yeah, that'll be all right. After you've done it for the 40th time, it gets a bit boring and people look at you. You sort of pull up in traffic, handbrake on, and you're sort of there and you're doing... People think you're mad. What's that silly old boy in an MX-5 doing? So yeah, that was my day yesterday. But we also had to do some car moving. I think it's quite funny because my MX-5 that I love had a bit of a problem. The horn started going off. Now, not the alarm. The horn started activating and we couldn't switch it off and the battery wore down. Now, a particular breakdown company that will remain nameless, you would have heard of this breakdown company, but I'm going to protect the guilty. I'm not going to say a word. They came and they plugged in their diagnostic equipment and they started pulling fuses out and doing all sorts of things. And very quickly, the whole of the electronic system stopped working. The power steering stopped. And I genuinely thought, I mean, it was parked at this point, and I genuinely thought this is going to be very, very expensive. And we had to have it taken on a tow truck to my favourite garage in South Cerney MOT. Heartily recommend them. They're really, really good. Very honest, very, very decent. Tom doesn't know I'm doing this for him, but do you know what? I really, really appreciate the honesty, the decency, and he always does a fantastic job. And he looked at it, and whilst again I won't mention the name of the breakdown company, there was almost this moment of, what were they doing? Just pulling fuses out? No wonder everything had stopped working. So I was expecting a bill of about $2,000. Because, I genuinely, with all these things that are broken down, I thought, this is going to be expensive. And it turns out through a bit of what I'd call good old-fashioned car engineer mechanicking from somebody that's done it their whole life, just work systematically through it, and £167 and a new battery, and there you go, it's all fixed. I can't say thank you enough. So, credit where credit's due. I heartily recommend them. But we had to go and rescue that car yesterday, so I had to take the big car down, leave that, take the MX-5 away, and then Helen took me back after work last night. We got in at 9:30 last night, and my word, we were shattered, absolutely blooming shattered. And of course, the anaesthetic had well and truly worn off by then, so the soreness had started. But Helen dosed me up with some ibuprofen, and I slept quite well. But yeah, that's it. So tooth removal, moving cars, breakdowns, storage units, podcasting studios, moving house and moving clinics. It's been quite a busy time. So Christmas is coming. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to a bit of a slowdown from the clinic. I've made a sort of a holding myself to account promise. And that is that in the new year, well, starting now really, but particularly in 2026, in the new year, I want to get back into filming. I want to get back into doing videos, going out and about and adventuring. And I have actually reserved some time in late January. So there is a week in January that we're not doing the clinic. I'll take the laptop with me, obviously, but I'm going to go out and about and adventuring. So I'm holding myself to account on that. If at the end of January, early February, I haven't done some videoing, guys, tell me you didn't do it. Keep watching for that, if nothing else. So I will say thanks for watching as always. This was a little catch-up, a little sort of personal vlog. Not for everyone's taste, I get that. Jazz hands again. But if you did watch to the end, thank you very much indeed, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.